Hello students, today's topic is about the crystal lattice and unit cell and the calculation of number of atoms in the cubic unit cell. So first the definition for crystal lattice and unit cell. So crystalline solid, we know the solids are of two types. One is crystalline and the second one is amorphous. Now I am going to define what is crystalline solid. A crystalline solid is characterized by a definite orientation of atom. For example, if we take sodium chloride, the sodium and chlorine, these two atoms are present, and ions means sodium ion or chloride ion are present. If it is a molecule, for example, ice cubes, that is water molecule, as a water H2O in all the lattice points. Lattice points means where the atoms are located in a crystal lattice. So they are having a definite orientation of atoms, ions or molecules relative to one another in a three-dimensional pattern. The regular arrangement of these species throughout the crystal is called as crystal lattice. That means in a crystal, all the lattice points, that is all the corners, edges, body center, then face center, in all these cases, they are having a regular three-dimensional pattern of definite orientation of atoms, ions or molecules. The regular arrangement of these species throughout the crystal is called as crystal lattice. So this is a definition for crystal lattice. Now the definition for unit cell. What is unit cell? The basic or the fundamental repeating structural unit of a crystalline solid is called as unit cell. That means for building a one wall in a house, if you want to build a wall, what is the basic arrangement? First we have to place the bricks in the correct order. The same pattern is throughout the full wall. The similar way here also in a crystal structure, what the basic unit, what is the basic unit cell, which is repeated structural unit of a crystalline solid. That is a basic, that is a fundamental, a repeating structural unit for building a crystalline solid in a three-dimensional pattern, which is called as a unit cell. So once again I explain, a basic repeating structural unit of a crystalline solid is called as a unit cell. The lattice points and the unit cells, that means the unit cells only with the help of lattice points, they form a entire crystal structure. So with the help of unit cells and the lattice points, the entire cube, that is entire crystal structure can be built. So this is the definition for crystal lattice and what is unit cell. Next, I am going to define what is coordination number. So coordination number means, suppose if any atom which is binding or which is connecting with a neighboring atom. So how much neighboring atoms are attached to a central atom, that number atom's number we call it as a coordination number. That means suppose if one girl is sitting, or one girl or one boy is sitting in the middle. So surrounds how many students are there or connected with that girl. We call it as as coordination number. So a crystal may be considered to consist of large number of unit cells, each one in direct contact with its nearer neighbor and all similarly oriented in space. So coordination number is defined as the number of nearest neighbors that surrounding a particle in a crystal is called as coordination number. Suppose if one atom is present at the center of the crystal lattice and which is connected with the atoms present in the corners and edges and the face center, how many atoms it can connect or it can bind with that atoms, that number we call it as a coordination number. So the number of nearest neighbors that surrounding a particle in a crystal called as coordination number of that particle. The characters of unit cell. There is a unit cell which is characterized by three edge length or lattice constants, that is A, B and C. That means three edge length means along x, y and z axis, that is we can represent as A, B and C, and the angle between the edges. So each edges, the angle between the edges is given as alpha, beta and gamma. Now I am going to explain about what are primitive and non-primitive unit cells. So first there are two types of unit cells, primitive and non-primitive. First, what is primitive unit cell? A unit cell that contains only one lattice point is called as primitive unit cell. For example, if we are having only 3 points, but using 3 points we can frame a triangle. And if we are having 4 points in our 4 points means 4 lattice points. There is 4 atoms or 4 ions if you are having means using that 4 ions or 4 atoms we can frame a square. Then similarly, if we are having 8 points in our hand means we can draw a simple cube. So similarly, so none of the points should not be wasted or none of the points should not present inside. So 3 points means triangle, 4 points means we can draw a square, 8 points means we can draw a cube. So here only a unit cell that contains only one lattice point. That means each and every atom they should have at least only one point in their crystal structure. That is called as primitive unit cell, which is made up from the lattice points at each of the corners. So there are totally 7 primitive crystal systems. So next picture I will show. So here again I will explain what is primitive unit cell. A unit cell that contains only one lattice point. So this only very very important point, having only one lattice. Next up I am going to explain about the 7 primitive crystal systems. So the 7 types are, that is unit cell, primitive, non-primitive. Under primitive unit cell there are 7 primitive crystal systems. Number 1 is cubic, second tetragonal, third orthorhombic, fourth hexagonal, fifth monoclinic, sixth triclinic, and seventh one is rhombohedral. That means in all these 7 crystal systems all the lattice points are fixed. None of the atoms or ions are not present inside the unit cell or not present in the face center. So they differ in their arrangement of their crystallographic axis and angles. So crystallographic axis means that is length from the origin to towards x, towards y and z axis. That is a, b, c we have to given. That is all the length, that is a, b, c, and the angles, corresponding angles alpha, beta, gamma. So the sides length which is expressed as a, b, c, and the angles as alpha, beta and gamma. Corresponding to the above 7, Brevis means one scientist, he defined that is 14 possible crystal systems shown in the figure here. See, in cubic all the 3 sides are equal and the angles are equal. So in rhombohedral all the sides are equal, but one gamma is not equal to 90 degree, alpha and beta are equal to 90 degree. Similarly, for you have to see for all the crystal structures. So very very important, the question may ask us draw the 7 primitive crystal systems and mention their sides as well as angles. And this is a tabular form for all the 7 crystal systems, that is cubic, tetragonal, hexagonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, trigonal and triclinic, without the angles as well as there is intercepts a, b, c. So this is 7 types which is given in the tabular form. Next we are going to calculate the number of atoms in a cubic unit cell. That is, in total cubic unit cell, that is these 3 comes under non-primitive unit cells. Number 1 is simple cubic, second body centered cubic, and the third one is face centered cubic unit cell. So these 3 are comes under non-primitive unit cell. First type is primitive or simple cubic unit cell. See, only one diagram we can draw, that is middle one, that is yellow color one is enough. In the simple cubic unit cell, each corner, that is totally 8 corners are there. Each corner is occupied by identical atoms or ions or molecules. That is same type of atom. Same type of atom should be present in all the 8 corners. And they touch along the edges of the cube. Do not touch diagonally. The coordination number of each atom is 6. That means if any atom is present at the center means it can connect it to all the 6 sides. So the coordination number of each atom is 6. And now we are going to calculate number of atoms in a simple cubic unit cell. How many atoms should belongs to that particular unit cell is, each atom in the corner of the cubic unit cell is shared by 8 neighboring unit cells, and therefore the atoms per unit cell is equal to Nc by 8. That means in one cubic unit cell there are totally 8 corners. In all the 8 corners, same type of atoms or ions or molecules should be present. Suppose in those each 8 corners, if another cubes should be present, means that one atom should be contributed to other 8 unit cell. That's why it is given as each atom in the corner of cubic unit cell which is shared by 8 neighboring unit cells, and therefore atoms per unit cell is equal to Nc by 8, where Nc means number of atoms at the corners. So now if we are calculating means Nc by 8, we know number of atoms at the corner is 8. So 8 divided by 8 equal to 1. So in simple cubic unit cell, only one atom is present. So number of atoms in simple cubic unit cell is 1. In body-centered cubic unit cell, next is the type is BCC structure. In a body-centered cubic unit cell, here all the 8 corners the atoms are present, and one more atom is present at the body center, that is center of the unit cell. So 2 types is present. Simple cubic, all the 8 corners only, but in body-centered cubic, all the 8 corners and one more atom should be present at the center. So now I am reading. In a body-centered cubic unit cell, each corner is occupied by an identical particle, and in addition to that, one atom occupies the body center. That means all the 8 corners, same type of atom, and one more atom should be present at the body center. For example, cesium chloride we have taken as an example. Cesium chloride. Cesium atom is present at the center, means all the chloride ion should be present at the corners. Those atoms which occupy the corners do not touch each other. However, they all touch the one atoms occupies the body center. Hence, each atom is surrounded by 8 nearest neighbors, and the coordination number is 8. Here, so in simple cubic, coordination number is 6. Body centered, coordination number is 8. An atom present at the body center belongs to only a particular unit cell. That is, now we are going to calculate number of atom in BCC unit cell, means corners plus body center. So we know each corners atom is surrounded by 8 neighboring unit cell. So Nc by 8 plus, if one atom is present at the body center, means it cannot be attracted by any other unit cell. So Nb by 1, where Nb is equal to 1, because number of atoms in the body center is only 1. So if you substitute 8 divided by 8 plus 1 by 1, which gives 1 plus 1, 2. So in body centered cubic unit cell, the total number of atoms is 2. Next, the last one is FCC, face centered cubic unit cell. In a face-centered cubic unit cell, here also each corners, that is totally 8 corners atoms are present, and there are 6 faces are there. Already I told, if you are taking a textbook or if you are taking any rectangular eraser like that, there are totally 4 sides, and top one side and bottom one side. So totally 6 faces are there. In 6 faces, each face at center. So in face-centered cubic unit cell, the atoms belongs to 2 places. One is 8 corner, and other one is 6 faces. So if we calculating the number of atoms in the face-centered cubic unit cell is Nc by 8 plus Nf by 2, where Nf represents number of atoms in face center, which is equal to 6. So 8 by 8 plus 6 by 2. Why here Nf by 2 means, because if an atom is present at the face center, suppose if you are taking a textbook, one notebook, one atom is present at the center. If you are keeping another one notebook on the top, that atom, that centered face atom, which will be shared by 2 notebooks. Similarly here also, so whenever an atom is present at the face center, which will definitely shared with another face also. So that's why it is given as Nf divided by 2. So totally 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. So there are number of atoms in FCC unit cell is equal to 4. So in this video, we saw about define crystal lattice, unit cell, coordination number, characters of unit cell, primitive and non-primitive unit cell, calculation of number of atoms in simple cubic, body centered cubic and face centered cubic. Thank you children.